You're watching Suck Professor. Hello, everybody. It's me, Hank. I'm joined by
James.
James. Hello, James. Join me in a hiya. Ready? Hiya.
Hiya.
Westworld 2 trailer. We're doing a shot by shot.
Awesome.
We're back. We've been the channel's been a little dead lately, and I owe everybody an apology and an explanation, which maybe I'll do later. I don't feel like we shouldn't use up time right now.
We were in jail.
We were in jail. I've been in depression jail. Not that it's kind of a prison in your own brain that tortures you from about the moment of age 6 when you realize life's all fucked up. Okay, but Westworld 2 Super Bowl trailer. Did you watch the Super Bowl, by the way?
Heck no.
Go Hawkeyes! All right, let's do it. Anything to say about season 1 or your hopes for season 2? Or
well, I mean, we kind of talked about what we thought season 2 was going to be and what we still can speculate season 2 was going to be, because season 1, and the producers have said this, people have said it to death, it's a cliche by now, but people have said that season 1 was all about control, season 2 is about chaos.
Yeah.
And that rings true because obviously season 1 was about learning what Westworld was, how the robots were under the apparent thumb of Anthony Hopkins' character, Dr. Ford.
Yeah.
When in reality, at the end, you find the revelation that it was really him who was trying to be the architect to set them free by putting them through the catharsis of pain of human domination for 35 years.
Correct. Your memory is better than mine.
So we can assume that because season 2 is about the chaotic nature of the robots, the hosts having taken over the park, that there has to be some sort of new force of antagonism. There has to be something that is trying to wrestle control back or trying to take control for itself for the first time.
Yeah.
Which makes you think, what is going to oppose them? It can't be the people, really, because they slaughtered them all at the party at the end of season 1.
But there's a lot more people in the outside world that have come charging in.
So that's one element of it. There could be another instance where perhaps off the grid there was a secondary group of hosts that were created by the insurance holders of the company that would have let loose robots to hunt down robots in the event there was a critical failure.
So robot on robot violence.
It could be. I mean, what's the best way to hunt down a robot than to use another robot? But they would have to be ones that did not have the reveries installed in them, robots that were, to say it again, not on the same grid as the ones who learned to be free.
Right. You know, I just had a moment of feels like you and I are back talking about season 1, just like when we were young. Remember those days? Those were good. All right. So, Jesus Christ, James, I wasn't asking for a fucking literature here. No, I'm joking. Great analysis. I'm like, wow, your brain is so different than mine. I remember the titties and some of the piano. The piano would move by itself. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of wings.
Wings. I love that you call them wings.
It's a fun name.
That's not the word I would have guessed you'd go with. I would have figured, flesh tootsie.
Well, it's hard for me because I know a lot of people whose last name is Wing, and I have to hold back the 12-year-old giggles, whatever.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I grew up. We actually, when my family arrived at Ellis Island, our last name was Penis, so they changed it to Thompson. All right, let's get into the screenshots here, though. We actually have the video loaded in Premiere, so we're sort of going to roll through it, but we can't really play clips because that fucks up copyright, and we're already copyright.
Probably went with Thompson instead of Johnson.
Yeah, they could have gone Johnson. Yeah, my middle name was Gross. Gross John. Gross. Okay. All right. I was going to throw in there. Oh shit. Okay, starting already. Okay, here we go. Let's just do it. All right. So we open up. Boom. Beautiful. Mesa, right? Vista view. These are called.
What it reminds me of?
It reminds you of West Virginia, where you grew up.
I did not grow up in West Virginia. I grew up in Virginia, but I don't have the same hatred for West Virginia that I used to.
Really? It's gone away?
It's gone away because I found out how West Virginia came to be, and it was a story. It's a good story.
Yeah, they were the servants of the East Virginians.
Well, they were the ones who opposed slavery. So growing up, being taught that they were the enemy is like, maybe there was a bias there. But anyway.
That war of northern aggression.
Yes, this gets me really hyped for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Speaking of slavery, let's talk about Westworld.
Because it's the same kind of vista.
This western area. You and I ought to go for a drive one of these days. Head out to the desert.
Cattle drive?
Yeah, have some awkward conversations at the local Carl's Jr. All right, so boom, boom. I'm just going to hold shift and skip 5 frames ahead at a time. Little play. So you get the idea. There's this... Oh, fuck. Stop. Oh, shit. Fuck. Well, I don't know. I hit the alt button, I think. All right, so...
This is going great.
Beautiful little piano, though. Ding, ding. Yep. Kind of sets the tone, brings it back as we are, doing this fly... Oh, what the hell? Oh, I know what happened. Okay. I'm a video editor for a living, everybody. I can barely run this thing. All right. I'll just hold it down here. So we get Dolores talking, though, right?
Yeah, she's doing the narrative voiceover.
Look at this world. You got a train. That's cool. So that, this is all just, reestablishing the world. But we're not seeing Shogun or Samurai World yet, which was...
No, that was only revealed at the very end of Season 1.
Yeah.
It alluded to other parts existing with other thematic elements.
Yeah. And there's all sorts of speculation. Medieval times world, medieval times backstage world, where they take off their outfits and dress up like the madrigals.
Wayne's World.
Wang's World. Yeah. Hey, that could be a production. That could be a porno production company. You and I should start it, James. We already have one. It's called Suck Professor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool sun. I like it. This is sort of a muddy thing going on there, right? We got a sunset.
A little bit of a swampy
So,
area.
okay, since these are contained in worlds, right? Is that correct?
It's speculated that this takes place on Earth. Some people had a theory that this was taking place on the moon, on a different planet, but I think that there's something that happens later on in this trailer that kind of definitively puts it in a terrestrial spot.
Okay, terrestrial's cool, but we know for sure when they cross over to the Shogun world at the end of Season 1 that there's like a big wall, it's like a bridge to the other one. It's like they have blocks built up, like a separate Minecraft universe.
I was about to say like different Minecraft servers, yeah.
Really? Wow, you're in there. Oh, we're such on the same page.
Land blocks.
But so that means the sun is simulated. All the sky, the clouds, it's all got to be like some sort of Ed Harris, Truman Show sky dome, right?
It's possible.
Because it's a solid wall. It's not an outdoor sun. It's an indoor sun.
I suppose it's feasible. I mean, it wouldn't be completely out of the realm of the possibilities of what this world can do.
Right. I mean, it looks good. If they have
And, I mean, they need to control weather, time, and everything for the narrative purposes, so it would serve to reason.
Right. Yep. Let's hit spacebar here. Ooh, okay, so there's a guy. This is one of the natives.
Then again, it would have to not be an impenetrable dome over it, because remember the whole thing about uploading the host information to the cloud?
To the satellite.
So its data can pass through, but I guess you can say that is a screen or some sort of skybox.
Maybe it's like the mall where they have like what do they call the see-through material? Glass.
Oh, yeah.
Glass ceilings. Mm-hmm. At the food court where the birds fly. I remember when I was a kid, man, whenever I saw a bird at the mall, I fucking flipped out. That was the best part about my childhood. I'd see birds at the mall and I'd be like, whoa, birds are inside.
Imagine if it was a dome and just like some drunk tourist got up there naked and was just laying on top dead. And they're like, oh my God, it's God. He is fine.
It's the Lord. And then like some poop leaks out of him.
Yeah.
Bird poop is way preferable to being pooped on than human poop.
Yes.
Even though the only time I've ever had human poop on me has been my own.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same.
Oh, you can't? Oh, boy.
No.
We're going to have to talk about that on our Patreon-only podcast, which are debuting soon. Everybody, James is cringing. Patreon's live.
The Patreon original optimal podcast.
I'm going to have to train you to talk about yourself like a narcissistic maniac like I am.
I think anyone wants that.
I do. And that's all. I'm the only audience. I'm not your only audience. You have lots of devoted fans.
Speaking of people, Ghost Nation.
What?
Ghost Nation.
Ghost Nation. I couldn't remember what they're called. So these guys, we didn't really get to know where they came from.
No, they were referenced a whole bunch in Season 1, but they didn't really materialize in anything meaningful. But but because this is like one of the first people that were seen in the trailer for Season 2, maybe that means that they'll be more meaningful.
Yeah, and they got look at this cool looking horse. He's got tattoos on his legs. He's got dipped his head in that ice cream chocolate. When you go to that hardens, they turn it upside down. Beautiful world. So that's cool. Ghost Nation. But so they attacked Elsie, right? Or Stubbs?
Well, I mean, they were the ones. They were chasing the train when they were getting away with nitroglycerin-infused corpses.
That's right. Nitroglycerin. Okay. Oh man, it's been a while since we've done one of these. I fucking miss it, James. Yeah. I've been okay, all right. Oh, got a cool hand. So now the cool piano kicks in. I mean,
that's kind of like the whole theme of the show, the piano playing, and that's always been, even in the opening sequence, it's always been.
It'd be weird if they switched to like the spoons, the automated spoons.
Just a very melodramatic accordion.
Yeah. Some fat polka player from Wisconsin is just like gnawing on a Twinkie. All right, so hand here.
This is Maeve.
This is Russell Crowe walking through the field, touching the wheat. Did they invent that with that shot, or did that exist before? Because that's such a cliche now.
Well, it is, yeah.
The hand touching the
that was the
grasses.
first time I'd seen it.
That'd be a funny video for a barber, touching all his different patients' hair.
All
right, let's go.
Kevin Spacey at an elementary school.
Okay, so wait a minute. Is that the daughter's hand? You think?
Maeve's daughter, of course.
Maeve's daughter. So just making sure we're on the same page. All right, let's jump ahead a few here. Oh, okay. Now, and she's talking about like how nice and pleasant it is, and they're showing.
Yeah, and how this is their world of their creation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this is clearly the Abernathy farm.
Oh, okay. Abernathy, this is their little keep, or what would you call it, where you keep cattle? Cattle keep? Cattle pen.
Yeah, it's where they put the cows in so they can save their game.
Because otherwise, the world's persistent when you're not in save.
Yep.
Yeah, so otherwise the cows wander around. Okay, are these all robots or
all robots? Yep.
No, they don't have any real cows running around.
No, I think everything in the park is stated during season 1 to be robotic.
Okay, and they don't have birds.
I
bet we're gonna have insect robots before we have bird robots.
Well, I mean, there is definitely the sound of insects pervasive throughout the park.
Yeah, those are those rock
season
speakers. So those are just those little.
Well, remember that whole thing about the corpses around back in the day? They weren't so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were more organic back in the day because I'm trying to remember back in season 1. There was some time when they were more rudimentary.
No, I think they
didn't have the kind of guts and internal organs that would create the necessity for flies to come in and try and do their thing. So when you saw flies, you know you were in the modern times. When you didn't, you know that you were in the back flashback.
Yeah, they started out as more structured robots with like robot skeletons and then they turned into more fleshy android.
But it calls into question as to whether the bugs and insects themselves are actually robotic because I mean this is a very advanced area. But are they really that advanced that you can even control the insects? I mean, that's a little much.
Well, and insects are part of every ecosystem too. Yeah. I think most ecosystems probably would be all screwed up if all the insects went.
So I think it'd be a stretch to say that the insects are robotic too.
Yeah, you need ants having babies and stuff.
Not to say there isn't like robotic flies that they're controlling for surveillance purposes, but all of them, I don't think so.
Hard to say. We don't know yet. There was a whole bunch of stuff with the flies. So, okay, do you think that's Peter Abernathy, the dad of Dolores Abernathy?
It could be. It's hard to tell from the shot.
Yep.
I mean,
we see his pee-pee and his nipples.
This kind of looks like a Viagra commercial or something at this point.
Are you? Are you a lonely farmer with a bunch of cows?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No wife? Mm-hmm.
Or he's about to talk about catheters.
Cow sitters.
Yes.
Sounds like someone who's got a list, but they're trying to say cow sitters, like when you hire a sitter to watch your kids while you go to the movies. Okay, cool. Now this shot I liked a lot. I enjoyed this like ripply, muscly stuff. I don't know if you've ever worked around horses like I have, but they are covered with horse hair and skin, and underneath it is these amazing muscles. And this made me think of that, right?
Because it's showing horse muscles?
Well, I assumed they were...
Something about horse muscles reminds me of horse muscles. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But...
Yeah. The other horse muscle is your larynx.
Yes.
Get it?
I get H-O-A-R-S.
If you talk too much, it gets hoarse. Okay,
I think it's actually a bull, though.
Yeah, I think this is it turns out this is not a horse. So we see some kind of big animal. And then this is the clue that it's not a horse, is that it's a bull.
It's the horned horse.
The horned horse. I like cows. I've always enjoyed being around them whenever I've had a chance.
I love eating them.
I had one today. I had a steak. I've been eating lots of meat.
I don't ever want to be around a cow because I know that they can be very kind, gentle, docile, and would ruin my whole carnivore thing.
Oh, getting to know them, you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's, I've been around. I find their faces and heads all cool, but their flesh is fucking delicious. So my goal is to get rich enough to afford grass-fed cows.
No.
Yeah, and then have it. Okay. So we got some horns going on there. That's pretty cool. Looks like he's heading somewhere with some purpose. There appears to be multiple ones. Okay, cool. Piano changes a little. What do we got here?
Okay, so it's a vista shot to horseback riders.
Woohoo! I like it. Well, they're, who knows?
It's impossible to say who they are. Impossible. You can assume one's Dolores and one's not Dolores.
I'm assuming the other one is Dolores' friend. I doubt this is a chase. This looks like this could be Teddy.
No, this is definitely not. I mean, I wouldn't say this is a chase because they're not at full speed. They're just
and I usually a chase camera shot, you'd probably come up from behind a little bit, sort of Peter Jackson style, where Steven Tyler's daughter is carrying around a little kid on a horse, and those wraiths are chasing him.
Now, would you say in that other shot that top of that peak on the left is actually a man-made structure, or is it just naturally blocking?
Well, as we remember, though, the kind of headquarters building was built on into a mountain. I don't think it's one of these, though.
Yeah, that would be one heck of a big building if that were a building.
These are neat, though. I love the way nature works, the way it just sort of carves itself.
Yeah, the erosion, it creates the illusion that there was some sort of design to it, but it was really just natural elements.
Right, there's structure. There's straight lines in nature. It's like fucking crazy. You'd think it'd all be squiggles. All right, let's go. Okay. Okay, I don't want too much sound there, so the copyright doesn't... So who do you think this is? This is a...
Well, that could be Maeve. It could be... the hair is kind of dark.
Very straight,
it's hard to tell because
hair.
of the lighting.
Well, you don't have a lot to work with. I'm just giving... You can toss
it's
out...
It's either Dolores with strange lighting or it's Maeve, I would say.
Or it could be one of the Ghost Nations.
Could be, yeah. I mean, because it looks like almost like there's like canvas shirt on, so it could be some like hide leather. It could be one of the Native Americans.
Could be Kevin Costner's girlfriend from Dances with Wolves. Marries the white lady.
Yes.
Yeah. Although he's got, her hair would be a little crazier. Why am I talking about that shit? Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. All right.
So that looks like Maeve almost to me there, if that's the same person, but the clothing looks different.
Yeah, tough to say. It's the clothing looks like a period clothing.
Yeah, and why would Maeve be dressed like that right now? I don't really see the connection between it. We don't know how far into the season that is, whether that's some sort of a dream sequence she's having, if it's even her.
Yeah.
There's no context to it yet.
She's trying to get to In and Out before they close.
I guess they just figured, hey, this is a great looking shot.
It's a good looking shot. Yeah, you always, horses they're very dramatic. They're like cigarette smoke. They look great on film.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a little more. Boom, boom. Okay. Oh, now back. Oh, stop! Fuck! God damn it! Sorry. Shit. I'm scrubbing it, everybody. Okay, here we go. All right, perfect. That was all on purpose. Doing it for comedy.
So
it's a comedy channel, right?
So this next shot pretty much reveals that the bulls are not in their natural habitat. Right. They're in a simulated area, which we kind of assumed already because it's Westworld.
Although tough to say, like these appear to be distortions, or as I think we learn, they're reflections because they're actually in an indoor environment, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which we learn in a moment here. But this is a clue.
Yeah, the green screen ends.
The green screen's ending. They've got it on wheels, and it's a big TV or something. And so then we see this. It's all happening pretty quickly. Now we're like, oh my god, they're inside.
And you get a glimpse of the robotic understructure of them.
There's
you can see
something there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of damage done to them. Perhaps these were in for repairs, and then they reactivated and were used for another purpose.
It could be. Yep. Or maybe they were out in the world and they got brought into this. This is this. Office chair lighting. This is the behind the scenes staging areas. Like this is what Disney World is like. When I knew a guy who worked at Disney World, he said it was really weird how much makeup they would wear. It was but he said he knew a spot you could see 3 Cinderellas at once. Yeah. And I said, I want my fucking money back. Because you're only supposed to see one at a time.
Now, do you think that the hosts in Westworld, the ones who are not aware of the true nature of themselves, ever went out and slaughtered a cow for food, to skin them for their hide, as you do back in the day, and notice, hey, this thing doesn't really look...
You mean that, like they cut it open and there's a robot inside of it?
Well, in the early days, that would have been the case. Yeah. In the modern days, you really wouldn't see that because they look, organic. But
yeah, maybe. But then they're programmed to sort of
not see it. Yeah,
disregard.
That doesn't look like anything to me. Yeah.
Kind of like me with opportunities in life.
That doesn't look like anything to me.
I just don't. They don't register on my head, and that's where I am. Okay, so cool looking shot here, though. We're not sure what's going on. Oh, glitchy on the thing. I didn't notice that the first time. It's kind of cool.
Now, is that maybe that's a bullet hitting it?
Ooh. Oh, that right. Yeah, it's a crack in the screen. Man, now you got to call a guy. He's got to come over and fix your iPhone screen.
Yeah, that is. I'm going to say it's a bullet impact.
Yeah, I think so. It shuts it down. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that. All right, let's jump ahead a little bit. Oh, boom. All right, let's back up. This moment was a nice, cool moment in the trailer.
So this is the part where he learns that shooting the TV does not stop the bull.
Yeah. Don't shoot. Obviously, shooting the robot doesn't seem to matter. So this looks like Dennis Leary a little bit. Blasting away. P90, M90, M90X, P90X.
I believe the word you're looking for is gun.
I think it's the same gun they used in Stargate SG-1, though, if I'm not mistaken. Captain Samantha Carter. All right. Anybody who's watched Stargate knows what I'm talking about. Greatest analysis channel on YouTube.
Yes.
I mean, best analysis channel. Okay, so this is amazing, though, because now we're like, oh, shit, this is not just some cows got loose. This is some cows being on charge.
Cows gone wild.
Cows gone wild. These are
call now 1-900.
Yeah, this is some bull skit, right?
Yes.
Boom. Now they didn't show.
So she said that the world was a lie, and now it goes into chaos. So it goes from this happy, melodramatic sort of intro to the true chaos of what this season is about.
Yes. When it turns out behind the scenes, there's actually dudes trying to murder cows that are actually robots, but still a lot of weight, and that's going to fuck him up when it hits him.
Yes.
So he's running up. He's by the way, this is the best way to do running of the bulls in Pamplona, Spain. Just hold your ground and shoot the cows in the face. Still won't work. You still get run over. I'm always rooting for the bulls in those videos. Like, stab as many of those fucking people as you
should.
can. Although the running is not, that seems bad for the cast. It's more the fighting where they just slowly murder.
Where they torture them to death
that's
slowly.
The one. Every time a matador dies, I get up and I do some jumping jacks, and then I hurt myself because I'm not in shape.
Yeah. Well, and it'd be nice if they weren't seen as martyrs and heroes for their cause, which only inspires new generations of children to want to rise up and become torturous murderers like they were.
It's one of those barbaric things from our past that still lingers, and it needs to go away.
And that's another thing I hate about, just kind of get on a little topic of that. People say, oh, you can't criticize it. It's ignorant to criticize it because it's a part of culture. It's a part of the... No, cruelty and inhuman qualities is not part of culture. That is a human defect.
And those are what we criticize in order to improve overall.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to pick your battles. Obviously, you can only have so much influence over something. But yeah, it's fucking shitty. Don't do that. There's lots of things about culture you should criticize. There's also things you shouldn't. Like Pokemon. I think it's harmless. Has anybody tried throwing a Pokeball at Donald Trump, by the way? Catch them all! Okay, let's go.
I don't think his ego would fit.
Even more than Charizard? That's the only one I know. That and Pokechew. Okay, so I love this trailer though. This is the moment. I mean, you know, when they showed the dude shooting, that I was like, oh fuck, I can't wait to talk about this. So I noticed there's something interesting going on with this cow here. There's this thing moving inside of him. What do you think that is? You see it right there?
Yeah, this is part of the shoulder.
Qu'est-ce que c'est, James? It's like a shoulder muscle thing.
Je ne sais pas.
Maybe. Oh, whoa. Vous parlez français aussi?
Oui.
Très bien. All right. So, okay. I was just trying to think about how to say McDonald's in French.
McDo.
It's gross.
McDo.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You really did study it. You really are from Virginia. It must be connected to his leg. Maybe that's like his leg shoulder.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
It's a giant Cheerio that got lodged in him.
It does. It's
a lifesaver.
Yeah, it looks like a bird head. No, I don't know what I'm saying. All right. So bang bang, take that, bulls.
Okay, now we get to the important stuff.
Now we start seeing some new characters potentially, some people. So look, let's start on the left. They obviously have some sort of all-terrain vehicle here with a big tire. That's cool. Got some soldiery-looking guys. This is Bernard.
Yeah, the only person we can reasonably identify in the shot is Bernard. We know that this person... There's clearly a person on the right and a person on the left who have heavy machinery in terms of guns.
And gloves.
Yes, they are clearly the muscle of this group.
Yep.
But who exactly are these people in the middle?
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to know.
Bernard. I mean, I could make a guess as to who they are based on their size, but I don't want to speculate too much.
Yeah, we had no idea. But it is kind of neat.
The important thing is Bernard is self-aware. He knows what he is now.
That's right.
So is he with these people under his own volition? Is he fighting against the rebelling host? Is he playing both sides? We don't... I mean, these are questions we'll find out in watching.
Well, and we can kind of assume, and it's safe as a sign of a compliment and respect to the creators, that they're sophisticated enough to do a multi-layered conflict story here.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a simple like left versus right. It's like you know, it's not going to be a binary conflict, one side versus another side. There's always this gray area, this muddled thing. You never know. Plus, the frickin' robots don't even have any idea. Half of them don't even know they're conscious.
Yeah. Well, I think because of Maeve going down and waking them out of cold storage and kind of redoing their programming, I think they're a lot more aware now than they were before.
But it's essentially like if the humans who created the robots are sort of like gods vying for control over their subjects, but the subjects have become aware and happen to be more powerful than the gods who created them. That's a pretty intense setup for a TV show.
Well, that was the whole theory. That was the whole plan that Ford had to allow, with installation of the reveries, giving the hosts memories.
Yeah.
Where they could look back on and see the brutality and torture that was inflicted upon them by humans, to learn to hate their captors, to learn that they are better, they are superior, they deserve the world, not the humans.
That's how I've always felt every time I've had a boss.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a little here.
This world deserves to die.
Deserves to die. All right, so let's look at this. So this obviously a bunch of bodies.
Right. So
it looks like a dress and a guy. So maybe we got a marriage that went bad.
Well,
Everybody,
we
too
know
many people had the shrimp.
Near the end of season 1, there was that scene where Bernard was giving a speech and he was in the water with Dolores and Teddy, and they were doing that kind of the ending monologue.
Yeah.
And all those guests were there. So maybe this is similar to that space where it was, and these are the guests that have been murdered and cast into the sea.
Could
or
be.
Maybe they were trying to escape via a boat and they got, who knows?
Boy, you know you're not going to have a lot more parties when this is the end result of one of your parties.
Yeah.
It's one thing if a couple people die, that's fine, but everybody, although whoever lived would have run away, just like most parties.
I would have just played dead and floated.
Floated off,
bobbing right there.
I'm just picturing James like trying to crack open, oysters with like those oyster animals. What do they call those things?
Otters.
Otters, the ones that lay it on their belly with the rocks. I love that. That's always great.
I think they'd be on to me as being alive if I were doing that.
James has an otter on his belly, trying to crack it open. Okay, all right. So then, Peter Abernathy. Now.
Yeah, he apparently is being held by people who are dressed in a similar fashion to the guys with Bernard. A little bit. They're like commandos almost, body armor.
Looks like he's got some sort of big tool here, like a DeWalt power drill.
And it's like he's either drilling into Peter Abernathy, torturing him with whatever that device is for information, or, because they've got this strap through his mouth so he can't scream, and they're doing that thing to him, and he's grimacing as though he's in pain.
Yeah.
And there's blood on his shirt, and there's blood in that little receptacle over there.
Sure, yeah.
And because they're clearly behind the scenes in the facility, it does seem like they're trying to get information out of him.
Information? Maybe not with the mouth taped shut, but eventually they'll get torturing him
trying to persuade him through violence.
Or he perhaps woke up and they didn't expect him to. They were doing, it's hard to know exactly what might be going on.
Showing him some violent delights.
This is for our UK listeners and people in other countries. This is what the American healthcare system is like. If you're lucky, this is how they treat you. No, it's not. It's just they just prevent you from being able to get any. Okay, so who knows what's going on here? Now I don't recall how he ended though in season 1. Do you remember?
Well, he was in cold storage and then he got pulled out of storage.
Okay. He was set up with all the nakeds.
Yeah, he was one of the original ones. Not original, but he was one of the first ones in the series that we saw retired and put down there because he was the one who was exhibiting the most symptoms of
the reveries.
He was clearly out of control.
Yeah. Gotcha, for sure. Okay.
And he was actually the cannibal in the previous iteration too, and he was giving up those lines about eating people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He was also called the Professor, I believe.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I don't remember that.
But and they repurposed him to be the father of Dolores.
I just remember not being able to look away from his nipple.
Yes.
Right. I always, whenever you say nipple in a movie, it's just go back that's all I can think of.
A couple of frames so we can kind of see.
In this shot or the next one?
No, this one right here. Okay. It gives a little bit more insight as to what that person is holding and what they're doing.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. It
does look like a drill.
Yeah. Well, gosh, it's tough to.
Yeah,
it's hard to see what's going. I don't think it's a gun. He must be doing something to his arm over here. Maybe it's a restraining thing, or.
And they're not repairing him or anything, because they could just shut him off and do it without any sort of,
it's like, dude, chill. They're going to give you a sucker when they're done. Okay, you get to walk away with a sucker.
But the question then becomes: is that have they lost all control over the host? Are they not able to just download his knowledge or interview him in a different state of programming mode?
Right. Like, why is he resisting? He's supposed to know better here.
Why are they having to resort to human tactics to get information out of a machine they created?
Yes, exactly. This is like if our own computers were revolting and we'd have to drill them. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all right. So it's sort of a civil war. Is this, we had this whole Civil War kind of theme too in the show with the big fight at the Union soldiers or the train dudes got killed or something.
Yeah, so we have to presume that there's going to be different factions at war in this new era of Westworld. There's going to be, we know there's a lot of soldiers that already exist in Westworld, so they're obviously going to be vying for control of their own territory. They're going to have their own motivations. This isn't going to simply be all robots unified under the single flag of robots. There is going to be a lot of internal factions.
I have a prediction. Did Ed Harris die?
No. Okay, he got shot in the shoulder.
That's right. So I think he wants to be a general because he's used to be commanding people, and he's just there kind of. In the first season, he's a loner. He sort of just roams around being a creep and the big funder. He's got all the money or whatever.
This is what he wanted.
I think he's going to be in command of this platoon here. In fact, that might even be him in the distance there. That might even be Ed Harris, or it could be him there, or he got himself turned into a horse. But I'm saying, like, I could see that as the writers perceiving his role staying involved, but now he's going to be commanding armies, so to speak, or at least a small squadron or something like that. It would fit with his ego too, maybe.
What would prevent Maeve, though, from issuing out a global command to download the memories of every host in the park with the memories of what the Man in Black did to each and every one of them over the course of time? Would they not turn on him? Would they not see him as a villain, as a human, as the worst of the worst humans? Why would they willingly follow him?
Good question. Yeah, hard to say. I don't know. The whole thing is nuts because as long as you can program somebody it's like I can just completely change you. James, now you're my hooker. I wouldn't do that to you. That'd be weird. That'd be awkward for both of us. I'd make you go get I don't know. Okay, so yeah, it's hard to know what the hell's going on. But we got some smoke in the middle here. I wonder what that's all about. Okay, let's keep going. Bernard! Okay, this shot was pretty cool.
Yes, so Bernard is apparently about to be attacked by a half-baked, in-progress milk host.
Milk host. This is the when you leave your milk in the fridge for too long, it comes alive.
Yes.
That is pretty scary, though. Do you think this is a new model, like a new design that is like waking up to turn on him?
Well, I mean,
because
if you think about it,
wouldn't they have bone structure? I don't recall them showing any faces.
Right, but if you think about it from an efficiency standpoint, what was the whole point in creating hosts that were lifelike, that looked human? In order to have a park for people to come in, to interact with, to be fooled.
Yeah.
Now, if you're creating an army to take back what was once yours, are you going to necessarily spend all the time in creating things that are lifelike? And no, you're going to create war machines.
Oh, I see.
You're not going to care about what their face looks like or what their physical structure is, as long as they're resilient and they can follow your command.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're going for that intimidation factor.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like it would be just fine for that purpose.
Yeah, this looks like something out of Ghost in the Shell, which is just a reference I made.
Now, the question is this thing going to attack Bernard?
Right.
Or is this thing on Bernard's side? We don't really know.
It could be amorous. Maybe it just comes up behind him, wraps its arms around him from behind. That's always a nice
Yeah, like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost in the pot scene.
Yeah,
the clay pot
When
scene.
Whoopi Goldberg and Demi Moore wrap their legs around each other and form ashtrays out of clay.
Yes.
But that's a very intimate thing. Maybe Bernard, it's been a while since he had a breakup with his girlfriend. Maybe he invented a muscular-looking android, a faceless android Black Mirror episode too.
Or maybe it's Ellie in a costume.
Oh yeah, Elsie.
I said Ellie because I'm thinking of Borderlands 2, because I just played that yesterday.
Oh, were you? I figured you're thinking of E.T.
Yes,
Isn't that
Elliot.
I don't know. It feels scary here because anybody would be scared by this going on, but it might not be so bad. Who knows?
To me, his glasses look like those cheap theater 3D glasses. The rims are just too big.
Yeah, they're a little smaller than those, obviously, but yeah, it does. It's just like kind of that matte black kind of shitty glasses. Although I do like matte black. I think, I've always thought I want to get rich. It's not going to happen.
My name was Matt Black.
Matt Black. That's a cool name. But I've always thought, like, if I were a rich asshole, the only douchey thing I would do, although I'm already pretty douchey, but I would get a matte car, I think. Like a flat.
I've seen those, yeah.
Those are, I think they look cool.
Yeah, they almost look unfinished in a sense, but they also look cool.
Why do they have to be shiny? Who the hell decided that all cars have to be glossy?
The car washing industry.
Yeah, exactly. Although I'm sure Matt...
Big water and soap. Trying to keep us down.
Yeah, big date. First date night. Man, I don't wash my car. I wash my cars like every time I date, which means I haven't washed my cars ever.
I prefer to... I mean, I don't like seeing my reflection in things. So I want matte.
Exactly, yeah. It's perfect for vampires. They have matte mirrors. Anyway, I'm just saying I would love to get a matte car one of these days. Donate to our Patreon. What if I was like, I need to get a matte car. Donate to Patreon, guys. It's not even donate, it's supporting, or I don't know what the right word is supposed to be. Okay, all right, so, moving on. Oh, no, that's Teddy. You can tell because he's got handsome, scared blue eyes.
Okay, so, and that looks like potentially the Man in Black's hand, I would say.
Could be. Man, fingers are gross. Okay, speaking of fingers. Now, piano, obviously a big thing in the show. Is it in time with the music? We got to play it and see. Because I don't know, couldn't tell. But Baldwin, that's a real brand. Yep. And I would like to point out, as a bald person myself, balds don't win. We can only play bald losers.
Bald lose.
Bald lose. That's how it is. No, just joking. There's just enough commonality to baldness that it's not considered freakish. If it was any less common, we'd be fighting for rights. We'd be fighting for bald marriage, bald pride parades. That's material from my fucking ass.
Bald marriage.
I used to do that one on stage. It's been a long time. Okay, so... All right, so now we're at a party, and
not just any party.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, are those bloody footprints?
No, it's a fancy art rug.
Oh, okay. All right. Jesus, could be both, honestly. All right. So what do you know about this party?
To me, I would assume that what this is a deep flashback that shows what happened potentially immediately before they went into the park. And when I say they, I mean Logan, who's the guy turning around right now, and William.
You're sure that's Logan?
That looks to me like Logan. And this is a hoity-toity upscale party. We know that he was born into the family that originally acquired and owns Westworld Park.
Yes.
So we know that he's well-to-do.
Yeah.
So is this before they went to the park? Or is this after? And if it's after, then how did he end up getting off the horse? Which means that he survived when William took over.
Oh, yeah, because he was sent away with his shirt off.
Yeah, we don't quite know what his fate was. So it's very critical to know whether this was before or after and what the events leading up to William's acquisition and takeover of the company was.
Okay.
Because he pulled it out from under his feet.
Boy, I just don't... Yeah, I'm not... I think it's Logan. If I were betting, I'm just saying the resolution on screen...
Yeah, I mean...
It's sort of a generic-looking brown-haired white guy, so that could be someone else. But if I were betting, I would say it's Logan.
Yeah,
I just don't have the same confidence that you...
Well, I mean, the setting fits. The fact that he's in the center, he's the only one that's really moving.
Oh, the woman's moving, too.
And he's looking directly at the camera. So he's clearly the focus of this.
Obviously, yeah, definitely.
And then it cuts immediately from Logan to William. So I think that the juxtaposition of those two shots leads more credence to that being Logan.
I agree. It does look like Logan. I'm just saying it's not 100%. I'm one of those, like, I calculate the percentages, because I'm such a rigidly thinking person. All right. So who knows what's going on here? Is it before? Is it after? We don't know. They're drinking, but they're all frozen, so maybe they created 90s
now,
world.
Could you
and it's just like 90s real estate developers. They're all really annoying.
Maybe play this a little bit more. So
Look at this guy.
Are they actually frozen? Because that matters.
Yeah, they're all. I'm pretty sure. Well, this first one's supposed to. Hey, buddy, your tie's supposed to touch your belt buckle, okay, fella?
I don't know that rule.
Too short. Well, it should be right around there. If it's too long, it's like, what are you hiding? What are you covering? No, ties are hard to tie. You get the right length. Listen to me. Trust me, I know. I wore one in 2004.
Okay, so
all right, let's want to watch it. So, yeah, they're all frozen.
Oh, okay, so I didn't pick up on that because we were going shot by shot. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's really interesting.
So these are all androids or whatever.
So could it be then that Logan is inside his own version of Westworld, a simulated reality that he was put into by William?
Could be.
And that he's led to believe that he's living a normal existence when he really isn't?
Could be.
That'd be a little hard to pull off.
Or on a smaller scale, something like that, where they needed to trick him. Like he thinks we're all fine, and so they put him into this sort of holding pen.
And all those people around him he thinks are real, but they're really hosts.
Really hosts, yeah. Could be. I don't know. Interesting.
Or it could be that once William acquires Westworld, he's so enamored by it that he fills the surrounding areas with hosts to show just how lifelike they are to potential investors by having them freeze in place at his command to say, you didn't even know these were robots.
Right. Yeah, like a model home at
as a wow moment.
Yeah, a wow moment. Is that an acronym for something?
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft moment?
Sure.
Oh, right. This guy's not wearing a suit jacket. That would be me. I don't even own one. I'd have to go to a thrift store to buy a suit jacket if I had to wear one. Okay, let's go. All right. So I don't know what's up with this guy shot here. Ed Harris blinking?
Yeah. So the last time we saw him, he took a shot in the shoulder, and his whole thing was he wanted a park where there were no safety nets. He wanted something where the danger was real, the world was real, the drama was real, and he finally got what he wanted.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, should be more happy than he ever is, but he looks a little somber.
He doesn't strike me as much of a joyous person. Anybody who makes their hobby just going around murdering robot whores for 30 years.
Do you think he has any regrets? Like, do you think he's actually genuinely happy that he got what he wanted, or is he looking back at this and saying, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get this eye blinking thing to work. Come on, James, priorities. No, I don't think there's even any of that regret shit going on in his head. I think he's more just in the moment. I mean, I think he feels more alive in this world than in other worlds, probably. I mean, that's why we go on vacation, to get away from our dismal existences. And he lives on vacation because he's rich. So, as would I. Probably has a matte car or a matte horse. Get one of those glossy ones. Okay. I don't know what else to say. We don't know what's he going to do in season 2. He's going to be something.
It's kind of up in the air. I don't know. Yeah.
I do like this kind of scarfy tie move, though. Sort of like, why bother with inside the collar? Just put that shit around your neck and be done with it. Not bad. I might have to bring that one back. Okay. And who's he standing with?
Now, it looks to me like that could possibly be... Could it be him?
Well, boy, let's play it. Nah, it's hard to see who that is.
I mean, his companion that he strung up and left for dead.
Well, just the fact that he's not it doesn't appear to be in any urgent mode. Oh yeah, that one guy. What's his name?
I'm drawing a blank on his name. It was
somebody's name.
It actually translated to something pretty meaningful.
The guy who looks like John Leguizamo, but he's not.
Yeah, like sort of like a Manny Pacquiao.
I guess maybe. I'm not sure.
Not really. I'm bad with faces.
Yeah, and I'm bad with everything. All right. Okay. So now we're in the back room here. Somebody's hand.
That's Maeve.
We're assuming Maeve, right? Yeah. And Everybody's fighting though. We got a big smackabilly going on here. Ooh, look at this guy here on the left here. Ready? Ooh, take a punch. I'm doing 5 frames at a time. Actually, it's not because my timeline sequence, my sequence frame rate's different than the video frame rate, so it's actually not working quite. Punchy punch.
But she could possibly be exhibiting her control over them.
Oh, you think like transmitting it?
Yeah, as if to say, this is what I can do.
Freak out!
And she'll just immediately say, stop, and freeze them all in place. Or order them to be calm, or,
Yeah, you could do this at grade schools by throwing sugar at the kids. Just throw around sugar and fruit by the foot. And, yeah, you little fuckers, why don't you go run around and be hard for your teacher to control? This is a lady, she's just right here. She's running towards this squabble, I think. Now, what's this person in the back doing? Right here. She acting out an Eddie Murphy joke.
It's hard to tell without it moving.
Yeah, so she drops her arms. Everybody's sort of panicking, though. Oh, okay, so maybe... I don't think it's Maeve.
Do you think that's Clementine?
Clementine!
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I had no idea when I watched this. I was like, what's her name? I can't remember her name. I was thinking Tangerine.
Yeah, I mean, that could very well be Clementine.
Yeah, I think it's Clementine.
Yeah, I think that serves to reason. Yeah. I mean, the hair matches, the dress matches.
One giveaway is the white
scene
skin.
matches.
So... Is she quarantined? She's bloody. She's been in some kind of violence. So maybe it's not her. So I don't know. So.
And I think the last time we saw her, she was being decommissioned.
I think,
she was being turned off, and then they replaced her with a new Clementine.
Yes.
So I'm kind of glad to see her back, because I kind of liked her.
I did, too. I thought she was an interesting character. And her character kind of had an evolution, too, right? Or am I making that up?
Well, no, she started kind of, she was, I think Maeve spoke to her and said these violent delights have violent ends.
Yeah.
And that kind of led her to start exhibiting irregular behavior, at which point they pulled her in for review and then decided to decommission her.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, all right. And she's one of those people that has, like, you know how some people are hot, but they have, like, weird features?
Yeah,
it
got a unique look, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean it's an insult. She's beautiful, but she's not conventionally, like, a lot of times people get strange features and it doesn't make them attractive, and then sometimes people get strange features and it makes them attractive for some reason. She looks like if Secretive Name had sex with the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
I thought you were going to say the Dark Crystal.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Secretive Name is animated.
Is an animated mice by Blue.
Why do we get those two
Lumen.
confused?
I don't know, because Secret of Them is one of my favorite animated things of all time,
I knew
which
that.
doesn't really make much sense in this context.
Christmas is coming up, James. Gonna get you. Oh, Valentine's Day, even sooner.
Do you know the woman who voiced
Do you want to go out with me on
is it
Valentine's Day?
Rigsby, or
No, I don't know what you're talking
she committed suicide by jumping off a balcony.
about. Oh, great story.
Happy times.
Great. That's fun. All right, so okay, let's keep going. Oh, and then we got Keanu Reeves here firing a gun. Look at him.
This is John Wick.
I was just gonna say that. This is John Wick finally met his match, which is a horde of robot buffaloes. Just taking them out. That's hilarious. Ow, my rib. My torso. So that's no good. Area's getting pushed. This is a nice dramatic shot, though, I think. Huh? Boom, boom. We got slow motion bullets. Pow. Ooh, we got sparks. Oh, this is always fun. In movies, does the glass break before the actor touches it or not? In the movie, right as he touches it, I'd say that's pretty good timing. In the movie, the one where Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood throw dummies off a bridge and they murder people. They're like little kids. The good son.
It's called The Good Son.
Yeah, there's the crash scene.
Macaulay Culkin's the evil one.
Yeah, he's the evil one. Elijah Wood's always been evil. We all know that. That's why he played Frodo. The crash scene, you see this back window bust like a second before something hits it. It's funny. It's just like,
it's got a great ending though, where the mother has to choose whether to drop her son or this other kid.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and she's hanging off the cliff. She's got them both by one arm. She can't get them both up. She has to drop Macaulay because she knows he's evil.
Kill the evil boy. Yep, that's good advice. It's the best fortune cookie I ever read. Kill the evil boy. All right.
We've lived by your
Oh, boots stepping on glass. Okay. Or this could be Walter White's floor. Get it?
Yes, meth crystal, but his was blue.
I know. They don't actually exist blue. They became blue after the show got popular because marketing. All right, so someone's boot stepping forward among the bulls, and we see this big reveal here. This is Maeve. So she is. Oh yeah, look at that. That's awesome. I'm gonna fucking kill all of you. Why am I swearing so much all of a sudden? Something's going on. What happened to this guy? He's just standing there by himself. Did he get bonked?
People have speculated that these guards are possibly hosts themselves, and they're programmed to lose in any sort of altercation like this in order to trick the host into thinking that they've overcome something, when in reality they're just following the programming that's already set forth for them.
What? His face is exploding into blood. Do you think this bullet got shot and it hit him?
Could be. I mean, he was knocked down or something like that. Anything's possible.
Might have been that. Yeah. Could. Okay. Well, maybe she said a real mean insult. Yeah. Like, hey, your mama was a Lexmark.
No, Poncho Maeve is actually level 40.
Poncho Maeve.
You unlock Poncho Maeve at 40.
A poncho would be either the weakest armor, or in like a show or a video game, it'd be like the baddest ass at the very end. Yeah. Like there's no middle poncho.
Poncho is pure straight out DLC.
Yeah. Can you customize the skin and get cool colors on the poncho? Can I get a Seattle Seahawks poncho? All right. I don't know why I went with the Seahawks. Okay, so dude's falling everywhere. There's a guy going through the window. We got a cow running forward. Maybe she just liberated a dairy farm, even though these aren't female cows, presumably. They're actually all robots.
I think they're bulls, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, is a male robot still a male?
Well, biologically, based on how it's designed, yes.
New questions of gender need to be answered by James. Okay,
they're all gender neutral cows.
I'm just like
they're non-binary.
Is it? Maybe. Hey man, whatever the cow wants to be, I don't care. Whatever the fuck, just be with whatever it takes to feel okay in your own skin. Is this bad CGI here? Should there be more shadow?
Yeah, I mean, this whole scene is a little lackluster in terms of the effects.
All I do is I put an ellipse underneath us. I used to do like duplicated shadows by changing the title through the 3D effect. Okay, whatever. All right. We can save this world. So there she goes. She's looking cool, looking tough. She's inspired a little bit by Mark Hamill with this outfit here, right? Kind of Jedi looking, a little bit of a master. She sort of has mystical powers now, right?
Oh yeah.
Mostly computer control, but it's through this internal network.
She has basically given herself admin rights to everything.
Hey, that's funny. Great way to describe it. Admin rights. I'm so glad we're doing this again, James. Feels nice. I feel, man. I needed something in my life. I've been just down on myself lately.
I mean, this is great. We're like turning 90 seconds into 90 minutes.
That's what we do.
Actually, more than 90 minutes at this point.
Has it been more than 90 minutes?
I got home at like 5:30, and it's 6:30 now. But I did go to the store, so it's probably like.
I'm going with 40.
Half an hour.
I think we're at 40 something right now. All right, so there she goes. She's got some bulls, and she's looking good though. No blemishes. Things looking healthy. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know. Another shot here. I don't know what else there is to learn. This guy just. I think it's a little too many cows for one guy. Yeah. You only need one. Although if you had more cows, you're not going to leave them behind.
Yeah, you know what there's too many of?
People.
Bullseyes.
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 Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Why do they call it that? Where did that word come from? You hit something right in the middle, they say bullseye.
Yeah, because there's two of them. You think it'd be center of the bull's head, they should say. Center of the bull's head.
Is that where you aim to kill a bull? At its eye?
Well, I'm guessing it somehow is related to just targeting in general. The middle is called a bullseye. But that's what you're asking is why did they go with bullseye? I guess it's the heart. I mean,
maybe the circle that's typical in the center of a bullseye is the size of a bullseye.
Could be, maybe like darts and target shooting. I would imagine though, like there might be something too if you're going to shoot an animal that you can't kill by shooting. I mean, obviously
you can kill a bull shooting.
I know, I'm joking. But like you could put but like its crit spot is its eye. Like if you put a bullet through its eye, you're probably doing more damage than shooting it in the shoulder or stomach.
Can you imagine the U.S. military just uses bulls? They're immune to bullets. Go!
I know they're not immune to bullets, but you get my. Like it's a crit spot, I guess. That's a video game term for you do tons of damage when you hit it in that spot. So maybe that's how it comes up too. But yeah, I mean maybe the original like archery targets were just a bull's head and just you shot him in the bullseye.
It's creepy.
Good bull ear, nice bull jowl, bull teeth. Okay, all right.
We can burn it.
Ooh, okay. So we got some flames. We got a rack focus.
More Ghost Nation stuff.
Yep, they're burning something. What do you think they're up to here? What do you think these guys are doing? They're having a torch.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Going to Raleigh, North Carolina to participate in one of those free speech rallies.
Yes, I doubt that.
No, Charleston, not Raleigh.
That's South Carolina.
Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Raleigh fingers. What's that? That's a character from some cartoon or something. Raleigh Fingers.
I don't know that one.
Simpsons. It's the Al Roker from The Simpsons. They named him Ollie Fingers.
Oh, I thought you said Raleigh.
I did. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Jesus Christ. Why would anybody watch these videos? Why would you watch this? Get back to work, everybody. Work on your pivot tables and your... No, not you. This is... Yeah.
I do have pivots to work
I've
on.
forced James to do this channel, and man, he is patient. He is so... this is all I got. I got nothing else in my life. This is my only hope, is that this channel somehow works out. Can you imagine how depressing that is?
We have like, what, 13 seconds left, so that's another hour.
You think you're depressed. I don't even know if you are. I hope you're not. All right, there we go. Oh, wait a minute.
So someone's head is exploding.
I didn't see that.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
that's just a lighting
that's
effect.
A sun flare.
It looked like the red mist of a head explosion.
It does. It does look...
It really... Wait a minute, it is.
She's shooting.
Yeah, it is red mist.
Yeah. Right here, it looks like a J.J. Abrams Star Trek blue flare lens thing. I should put those on our videos more now.
Yeah.
At all. Yeah. No, that's a pow. That's a hit. It looks like the back. I'm going forward now, so it just sort of mists up and out.
You see what happens right when she shoots him?
The person behind is holding a gun.
Well, she levels up and becomes Bandolier Dolores.
She's still wearing that belt. Remember that was the thing in the show?
I mean, that thing coming off of the horse, that's just the reins of the horse that she has in her hand.
Yes. It's not like
this
a stand or something.
This is not a tripod that she has on the horse.
A horse stabilized firing stick. Bandolier. I've always wanted a bandolier, but with egg rolls. Just a bunch of egg rolls. Although now my new diet, I can't have egg rolls anymore. It's fucking terrible. It's tragic. I'm trying to eat healthy, everybody. Avoiding carbs, and man, it's really helped my life a lot. But I'm still, I got other stuff I got to fix.
So suffice to say, Dolores is in savage mode.
Yeah, Dolores is just blasting away. Now, it looks like she's shooting the person in the front. I think that's correct, right? Yeah, it looks like kind of the person stumbles. Here, let's hit it a little full speed here real quick. This is interesting. Hold on. Boom! All right. That is crazy.
So she's changed a bit from season 1.
Now, was she at all?
No, from the beginning of season 1. At the very end of season 1, she was kind of in this mode. She was the one that kind of ended Dr. Ford.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she blasted him in the back of the head while he's doing his toast at the wedding.
Wedding?
I don't know. Gathering, same thing. So it's something everybody wants to leave. All right, so do you think that the second person, though, here, this guy, is pursuing this person, or is also being chased by these two?
That's the makeup artist.
that's the special effects guy. Just like he smacks the back really hard to make the blood fly up. You think they did a practical effect for this?
I mean, I
know you have no reason to.
They should. I mean, that'd be cool if they did.
Yeah. Big, nice, misty, watery, bloody.
Although it would be kind of hard for a reshoot or a retake if the grass is all red already.
Right. Yeah. So. It's also the kind of thing that, I mean, I could probably animate that after with enough patience. I'm not saying I would know what to do, but like, it's not like this is an up close, tight shot of something really specific. It's just sort of a blurry red blob. I'm aware that these people are a lot more professional than I am. So yeah, she shoots somebody who deserved it.
So more to the point, is that Teddy behind him, or is that the man in black? Because it looks like the hat. But who knows? I'm going to go with Teddy.
I'm going with Teddy, too. I think these two have turned into a little bit of a Bonnie and Clyde, a Dolores and Teddy, if you will. They've turned into violent maniacs. Now, who knows? Maybe this guy just stole her lunch money. Maybe he tried to upload AVG software enhancement for her Chrome browser. Maybe that's what just happened. You know what I mean? What are some other malwares? Maybe she's got malware.
You think she, before she comes home every night to Teddy, she clears her history?
Yeah. Her eyes just like flutter for a little bit. Like, clearing out the porn. What kind of porn do you think robots watch? How it's made?
Probably.
Yeah, that's probably all they got to watch. Right. A worker inserts the wheel casing into the... A worker puts a dog nose on the dog face. That's at the dog factory.
Okay.
You ever watch How It's Made?
No, I have not.
Oh man, you gotta get out more, James. Come on. Boom! Look at that face too. She's all pissed off. Oh, motherfucker! Yeah.
Do you think it's weird for a robot to use the toilet? Because it's like crapping in another robot.
Oh,
even though the robots, I mean, the modern toilets actually have circuitry in them.
Oh, it's like pooping into your ancestor.
Yeah, like the new coal toilets.
Yeah.
Not COAL, but COHL.
Oh, KOHL.
Yes, I meant K. Yes.
No, Kohler.
whatever.
Yeah, Cole is the
a department store or something.
Kohl's. There's actually more than one. It's called Kohl's, and
Yes.
it is the best department store in history.
I'm
There's never a line at the return department.
When you're as comfortable with them as I am, you refer to the original one.
I grew up wearing Kohl's, mostly their cosmetics and odors.
Like, I don't go to Bennigan's, I go to Ben Again.
Bennigan's. I go to Bornigan's, where people are fucking annoying. Okay, so anyway, does she have to pull a bullet out of these things every time to shoot? Is it one of those guns, or do you just... I'm doing hand motions here. I forgot that that's... All right, so anyway, she's shooting and running.
Do they unlock infinite ammo?
I would hope so. Or she's got robot speed. She just reloads real quick, Reload. Okay, so this guy's getting shot.
Okay, so there's clearly blood on the horns.
Blood on the horns. Good bloody horn. Yep, he's in trouble. That doesn't feel good. Ow! Ow, my reproductive organs. He is taking one for the boy, the fellas are going to be aching there. Even wearing a cup. Not good. Oh, okay, so now...
Okay, there's the unmistakable wolf.
Yep. Okay, so we got a wolf. We got a murder.
This is the scene where I believe that was where at the top, and by the top I mean on stage right there, is where Dr. Ford was standing when he was giving his speech.
That might be him.
Could very
easily be him. You think this is like the morning after, that night?
I think so.
Now, if they can control the sun and the weather, can't they just like activate daytime? Do they have to wait till the sun to rotate around? Maybe there's like a regular plan, but they can override it.
That's what I would assume to be the case.
If this happened, they're going to be like, all right, turn the lights on, when somebody dies on stage at a play.
And something happens that makes me think that is the case. Because when no one's at the controls and the weather is free to do what it wants, then unique things might happen.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. So we got a wolf running. I do forget the significance of the wolf. Represented Dr. Ford or something, or no, that was
Arnold. Or I mean, I don't think
I
don't think it was ever really clear as to what the wolf represented when it showed up. And didn't we do a whole video on the wolf?
Probably, I don't know.
I think we did. So our reference, if anyone wants to know what we think about the wolves, because we've forgotten, go back and watch that video.
Yeah, well, go back and watch all of them.
That may or may not exist.
Well, I mean, we can infer some knowledge out of this. I mean, so this clearly shows that the response was muted, meaning whatever this attack damage it caused. It's not like there's a bunch of police and cops standing around this going, oh boy, we got to pick up all these bodies, start taking pictures and stuff.
Just a lone Roomba just trying to sweep them up.
It just bumps into her knee over and over. Or then just a giant Roomba comes by and just sucks them all in.
Like that giant machine, the excavation machine that Ford had.
So we can say that the attack led to further shenanigans that are occurring away from this spot. Obviously, these have been left to rot for a while until. But normally, after a big, bloody, violent attack, especially when you had all these like rich people and investors and outside people in, you'd think thered be some kind of authority presence that would then show up, because that's the way it works. It's violence and then a bunch of flashing lights, and police tape and stuff. I mean, we don't know. And I like the chandeliers that are dangling. That's kind of a nice little feature. I might put one of those in my bedroom and swing around on it. I need a pretty strong one. Okay, so who knows? Wolf? Maybe the wolf's going to go lick up.
It's a reoccurring theme. It makes a lot of difference. It's very important, but we'll have to look back at that.
That's right.
So now this part to me is really interesting because
anytime it looks like the Cheshire Cat.
Yes. Anytime you see Bernard, though, you have to question: am I seeing Arnold? Am I seeing flashback? Am I seeing future Bernard? You don't really know who you're seeing. So when you see someone like this, who is clearly Dolores, in an attire that you're not used to seeing her in, with a facial expression that doesn't really fit the moment of what we know is happening in this season, it makes me wonder, was this the original human Dolores on which the robot was built? Is this someone that Bernard had a special relationship with? I'm sorry, that Arnold had a special relationship with, which led him to create Dolores? Because as we know, Arnold created Dolores.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So this could be the flashback that perhaps his son, maybe this was his wife, maybe his son was the son of her.
Ooh. Whoa, I mean, James coming out strong with some theories. I don't know.
But look how happy he is being with her.
And she looks pretty happy. She looks young, too. Not that she looks old in the other ones. But, like, I get the sense that she's, like, being introduced to something for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, all right. It's like okay, let's take the snowmobile. Wait, that didn't work at all. It's going to go with snowblower.
Yeah, and the thing that makes me know that this is not Dolores is that this person, this version, has a tattoo on her shoulder that says, "Boo."
I was with you up until what word did you say? Oh, that's a tattoo. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Speaking of Bullseye, by the way. Could be, yeah. I mean, who knows what time period it takes place in. That is one of the things that's so tough about the show is the freaking time jumps and stuff. I mean, we know to expect it. I wonder if we're going to have that same amount in the next season.
I will miss the absence of that. My favorite thing in a show is mystery and intrigue.
Yeah.
And the whole competing, dueling theories of the multiple timelines that existing. I loved every second of that.
Yeah.
And now that we know the answer to that and that's no longer a thing, I think I miss it.
There's still potential for them to play with different characters' timelines when they show.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're going to do the same thing with the William, the two Jimmy Simpson who became Ed Harris type of stuff.
Yeah.
But they could show what it was like in the past. There's still all kinds of wacky moments to go from the whole theme park that built up, and I'm sure like they got some Island of Dr. Moreau shit with some fucked up robots that didn't work. All we've seen so far are the ones that look good and run around. I want to see the one Dolores with her leg in the wrong spot, poking out of her back, fucking doing cartwheels up and down the hill. That's the one I want to see. Getting beat up by some horses or some dingoes. Okay. Oh yeah.
So this is what I meant by when I said that when people are away from the controls and weather is allowed to exist in its own devices, then you get things like this, snow actually occurring.
Well,
and I would presume that they didn't allow snow to happen because the climate of the location they were supposed to be in wouldn't necessarily lend itself to that kind of weather. But if no one's at the controls...
True.
Or maybe because she's at the controls, she decided, hey, let's see what snow is like.
Could be Shogun World, though. Like
could be,
compared to the Western United States. Although there's plenty of snow in the Western United States. But Japanese is a snowy, mountainous culture.
She looks genuinely impressed by it, as though this is something she has not experienced before.
But hang on, though. It might not be snow. I think it's ashes, because if you listen to the narrator, let's do it real quick here.
The new world.
She says something about ashes, right? Right as the wolf.
Does she?
Yeah, you hear
let's
it.
Listen.
And from the ashes, build a new world.
Okay,
so something about ashes.
That's possible. So these snow and ash, it does look similar.
Ash can fall from the sky in that way.
Yeah, I've seen it rain ash after a wildfire out in California here. So.
Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. I've heard that when a big volcano goes off, it does that too.
No.
It messes up your car.
Yep. No, it's entirely possible.
Yeah, I don't know though. It's tough to say. Could be. Oh, that looks like Logan back there though.
No, that's not Logan. That's the. Why didn't we look up the names again?
Logan
we used to
John
call him
Silvers.
Mr. Mayhem, but we learned what his name was.
Yeah, Logan.
No, that was the guy that was in the prison. The guy that was always trying to steal the safe.
That's right. That's not Logan. Yeah,
son of a...
Yeah, the guy.
I feel like we're back at season 1.
Armistice was the lady.
Armistice, yeah, that I remember.
With the snake tattoo.
Yeah, this guy...
This is Armistice's boyfriend.
God darn it.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine.
I'm going to be upset with myself.
James, this will be what James Sleep talks about tonight, everybody. Okay, so we got... All right, now what the hell is this? What are they looking at, first of all? They're looking up at the moon, Ed Harris, Truman Show. Get it? Yep, all right. What? Oh, this looks like that map room.
That's definitely the map room.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like someone's being rolled over almost onto...
Is it a... Oh, that's this right here. This must be these two.
Okay, so these are like
soldiers. Some sort of judo fight. I was thinking this is like a horse leg. I think that's a gun, though.
Okay, so who are they fighting? I mean, this person looks like he's covered in some sort of armor or some sort of...
Yeah. Now, if we really knew the map of the Westworld better, we'd probably be able to infer if this is the same map. I do recall there being like an ocean area.
I mean, the guy that perplexes me is like clearly the guy on the right is a soldier, but the guy who's fighting him looks to be in some sort of like chainmail or some sort of armor almost, some sort of padded uniform or...
Right here, this guy.
Yeah, that doesn't look normal to me.
Like his head is covered somehow.
Yeah, and the fact that he's fighting this guy who looks like a security guard means that there's some sort of conflict going on between potentially robots and humans inside the facility.
You got shiny boot, you got cowboy boot.
I mean, we know that's happening, but...
Yeah. So maybe they're in there and they all just turned on him. And
so it's just odd to see that guy fighting the other guy, and yet this guy on the left is not bothered by that.
Well, he seems to be running somewhere else. I mean, obviously, it's come a lot of cacophony. Mm-hmm. Is that a noise, or is that also...
Cacophony is like it's like a bunch of birds squawking at once.
Right,
cacophony,
but it's mostly a noise related. You can't be like physically cacophonous.
No.
It's more audibly cacophonous.
Yes, that's how I
in
understand
that connotation. I agree. All right, good. Glad we settled it. Yeah, who knows what the hell's going on? And where's the smoke coming from? I think I would want to is this a hot tub? Like if you jump in, do you feel like electricity on your chest hair and stuff? Because it's like this holographic map. All right, so okay, so these guys we've seen, these were part of the gang that did some bad shit. They were part of that I don't remember. I just remember the fucked up masks.
Yeah, why do they cover their faces? Or are this part of like Wyatt's group, or are these potentially... I would say maybe these guys are the robots that exist to hunt down other robots. This is the special... It could be a Splinter unit that's triggered into coming into existence when the calamity happens.
Yep.
Or ones that existed on the outskirts of the park that were activated when the events went down. Because it almost looks as though these guys might have like soldier uniforms on, like they were old decommissioned robots who were off the grid. Or
They do seem like that, yeah. I do remember them turning up during some of the fighting.
Yeah. And then you got Bill Bailey right there.
Who turned out to be, she was like a model who welcomed Jimmy Simpson to the park.
Yeah.
And then she was hooked up with this gang.
What was her name, like Andrea or something like that?
Some weird name, something like that, yeah. All right, so let's keep going. Now, we've already seen this little shot here, but whoa!
Okay, so I'm guessing this is Bernard. We were kind of speculating as to whether this guy was on his side or if he was sneaking up behind him to attack him, and this pretty much answers that question.
If that's indeed Bernard, which it does look like it certainly probably is and could be. This is Lance Armstrong. Mm-hmm. Thanks to all those drugs. I taught my children about sports ethics, and Lance Armstrong ruined it. All right, take that. Oh, look.
So what I'm
stuff
wondering,
appears on his back. Watch.
Thing that he's pushing him into, though, is this the wheel that we see the logo on, the milkman, like in the Da Vinci pose on the wheel being born, where he would like dip into the substance? I think that is what it is.
I don't know. This looks too big for because if you recall, that guy had his arms spread out Leonardo da Vinci style, and he was fully inside the thing. And this guy's
fully in.
Wasn't he? I mean, this looks to me like a 3D printer. I get the sense this is like one of those like you'd lay flat like an MRI machine kind of thing.
Oh, maybe we'll find out.
Could be, but this doesn't look good though. You're getting shoved into a thing from behind by some kind of weird, freaky white space mutant. I don't even know if he's from space, but he could be. He's got external structural stuff, muscles and shit. Man, this is, by the way, is what the complexion of my skin. Mm-hmm. I have a video editor body. It is gross. Man, the only thing not gross about my body, my feet. Mm-hmm. Yep, I clipped my toenails today, James.
Nice.
Yep, it's nice to get some exercise. Okay, there he goes.
Okay, so now we got a group in the desert. We can't really tell who they are from this distance, but we're coming in on them. So Dolores is obviously one of them. It looks like some of the men around her have their face covered as though they're potentially part of that Splinter group that we saw before.
Or their own sort of guerrilla gang here. Mm-hmm. And she's paired up with them. They seem to be buddies. They're looking over this landscape. It's hard to say what they're up to, though. We don't know.
Yep.
Bandolier Dolores.
Mm-hmm. So we know she's at a high level.
Mm-hmm. So... Okay, let's just rewind a little bit here and get some audio.
Our world.
Oh, our world. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Too bad she didn't say sponsored by Suck Professor.
Yes.
We're sponsored by Suck Professor.
So is that the end of the trailer?
Well, let's go. Oh, ding. Ding, Westworld.
Yeah,
we did
so it's a lot of stuff to think about, lots to digest, a lot of questions.
When does it come out? That's my first question.
April 22nd.
Oh, hell yeah, bitch. We're all going to be here on Suck Professor watching and enjoying. That's going to be good times. What was your favorite part about the trailer here? What excited you, so to speak?
That was only 90 seconds long.
So we only talked about it for an hour, I think. Around an hour. That's what we do, though. We aim for 20 minutes, and we do it for 4 hours. That's the Suck Professor way.
Yes.
Yeah. Gee, why won't this?
A lot of people
why
do
won't
that,
this channel succeed?
But then they edit it down to 10 minutes.
Who has time to edit? I'm not a fucking... Wait, that's exactly what I do. Damn it. I should edit it down. But, all right, guys. Well, there you go. I thought the bull thing was cool. I want to see... I was disappointed not to see samurais in this trailer here. I was kind of hoping to see some of that, because that had me very excited. But they're going to save some surprises for the show, obviously. This is a big show. Everybody loved it. Who doesn't like robots? Who doesn't like humans? Who doesn't like nudity? Robot and or human nudity. It's all the same. I mean, eventually it'll all be the same. I can't wait till the AIs take over. Hey, I want to hear a crazy thought I had the other day?
Yeah, sure.
We'll know that we're in trouble when the AIs start inventing AI. Think about that. When they're like, oh, fuck, what happens when we invent AI? That's messed up. That means it's going to be super double AI.
Oh, so the guy in black that we couldn't remember the name of, what's his name? Hector. I think it was Hector.
Yeah, Hector Macho Camacho. I don't
No, Hector Escaton.
Escaton.
Escatone.
All right, Hector Escatone. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Armistice. Angela was, I said Andrea, but I think it was Angela.
All right.
Sylvester. Lawrence. Lawrence was the guy that I was trying to think of the name of. The guy I said looked like Manny Pacquiao when he doesn't really look like Manny Pacquiao whatsoever.
Yeah, no, not even a little bit. A little bit like John Leguizamo, though, which is cool. So
yeah, but he had another name that he went by, but I can't seem to find what that is.
The Snake King. What would be your Westworld name, James? If you were like a tough prospector or just some sort of rugged Western guy, what would you be?
Johnny Chipotle.
I don't know. Mine would be Dusty Rhodes.
Yes.
That's a wrestler.
That would be Whitey Sunburn.
Yeah. I'd be look out. I know I'd be drought. Let it all drought. These are... Why did I do that? This is going to be on the internet forever. You know what? My fucking nephews are Googling me now. It's terrible.
Why are they doing that?
Because they're getting older and they know how to use their phones and internet. And they're like, hey, you do video. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to see any of this. You have any idea how embarrassing it is to go home and meet these children that belong to my brothers that were born in the last 12 years and these kids can watch this shit? Why don't they take away their computers? Why do my brothers let their children have computers? It's fucking crazy.
Isn't that kind of like the main demographic of YouTube, though?
Yeah!
It's the fact that 12-year-olds watch YouTube is a reason why people like Logan Paul have millions of subscribers.
Yeah, we got to do what that guy does. What does he do? He's just a terrible piece of shit.
Let's make music videos that just repeat buy our merch over and over and then film suicide victims in a forest.
Yeah, man. Wish I had a suicide victim. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Fuck. Damn it. All right, well, speaking of that, everybody, Patreon. I just put it live like a few hours ago, and I'm sitting there watching it says 0 patrons, so I'm like, come on, 1. Just give me 1. But we have all levels. $2 is the lowest one. Should I have done $1? I don't know. $10 gets you access to our podcasts, which are going to start soon, and you're going to be enjoying that. And we're just figuring it out, so be patient. People asked us to put a Patreon up, and I started advertising it in August. Now it's February, and it's finally live. So it's up, though. People can contribute if they feel like they're getting, and even if you don't, that's cool, too. Just mentioning it. Sock Professor Twitter, and James on Video James SP. James loves Twitter. Meanwhile, James, thank you very much. Thanks for putting up with all my bullshit. And we hope to see everybody on Westworld. Maybe we'll do some check-ins, too, before that. Yep. Goodbye. Thank you. And as we like to say in Westworld, hey, those cows don't belong on this floor. They're not cows, they're bulls. Ow, my part of where the ribs meet in the middle.